This is what these conditions do to me, guys. I'm talking about Pokemon. Madness. Anyway. You know what? I have to admit this, it's been a little bit of a panic this morning. You know, if you watch me regularly, I don't often come out for sunrises. Fortunately, I'm quite early. I don't want to get into it too much because I want this to be where I put it all behind me, but I've had a bit of a nightmare with parking. I've been up and down the lanes. The forecast is looking wonderful. And you know, when you just, as a photographer especially, you get a bit panicky because you're thinking, it's just like a fear of missing out, isn't it? I don't want to miss out on this potential opportunity for some nice photographs. So it is a Wainwright this morning and I'm heading up Loughrig Fell. I've been up here loads of times, but this is me now doing it as part of this Wainwright series. And yeah, hopefully I can get one or two nice shots from the top. It's been forecast really heavy fog. Don't know if you can tell, it's not really foggy where I am now, but as I've been driving here, you know when it's real patchy fog. So what I'm really hoping for is I get to the top of Loughrig Fell, look down on the surrounding landscapes around here, which are beautiful, by the way. And that'll only benefit the photography. But remains to be seen. We've got about an hour and 20 minutes till the sunrise, I think. So although it's been a little bit of a panic, I have actually got quite a lot of time, which is good. I've got a nice cough with me as well. Living the dream. Oh, let's crack on. So, I'm only about 2 minutes in. For anybody that knows this area, I've just reached Loughrig Terrace, which is this section just before you get up to Loughrig Fell. And I always like to think of it like this. This was one of the first fells I ever came up in the Lake District properly. It's like a stage at a theatre, and it's all these levels that lead up to Loughrig Fell, but you're looking over Grasmere. And honestly, I'm proper choking up now, because I've wanted to say this for years. Behind me now, over Grasmere, is a cloud inversion. I've never, I'm absolutely blown away. I've come around the corner here, ready to start ascending the fell, and it's here. Cloud inversion, or the fog, whatever you want to call it, temperature inversion, just lingering above Grasmere. So I always get this, as a photographer, oh, this is honestly absolutely buzzing. I always get like this as a photographer, where, especially now after a few years, where I allow myself to just sort of fall in love with what I'm seeing and just let the emotions get me. But now I have this sort of pragmatic side to me almost, where I'm thinking, right, that's beautiful, but I've got a job to do. So I'm going to try my best to get some nice photographs this morning. But to be honest with you, I actually really just want to enjoy this. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Madness. Oh, you know what? You know what? Life is good. Life is good at this very moment in time. That is special. So I'm not too far from the top. I'm a bit breathy because I'm all excited. The adrenaline's rushing. I'm trying to get to the top. But every now and again, I'm really trying to make sure that I turn around and what's going on there? In the words of Nigel Danson, it truly does not get any better than this. What's going on? That is madness. So I'm seeing a lot of photographs. It's one of them, guys. You know yourself as landscape photographers. But what I want to do is get to the top. I should hopefully get up, if I stop talking, before the sunrise, and just have a scout and try and, again, be pragmatic, try and pick out the best section. What's the best thing that I've seen so far, you know? What's the best opportunity to try and get a nice photograph. I mean, here, look, nice tree, terrible, nice tree leaning out there into the cloud inversion, and then the background speaks for itself, but I'm just walking straight past it because, yeah, for me, as a photographer, and this is just me, you know, I ain't gonna tell you what to do. I would much rather leave this photo shoot this morning with one really good photograph rather than 10, you know, half decent or even decent ones. That's just the way my mind works, you know, and even that's not guaranteed. Just because I'm taking my time and, you know, trying just to get one nice photograph doesn't mean I'm going to get it. But anyway, I'm going to stop babbling, and I'll tell you what, I'll meet you at the top. So I've just hit the top. There was a bloke up there also taking a few photographs, so I've come down a little bit. I don't want to ruin his morning, you know. He was proper sound. He's actually done all the Wainwrights. He's doing them a second time round, but he's just as excited as me, it seems. So we're about 15 minutes till the sunset. Now that I'm at the top, it really is like, look at this. It's just cloud inversions in all of the valleys, all the way around. I've noticed especially, you know, it makes sense, but I've noticed it's where there's water, so the lakes or certain rivers in this area. And the bloke actually, I think catch his name, but the bloke said, you know, this is a really good fell to catch cloud inversions because you've got these views all the way around in the valleys. And like I said, all these water sources where you tend to get the inversions. It's just, can't get over it. So I'm just going to head over to this lump here, which is going to give us a nice vantage point over like Loughrig Tarn, looking out to the east, of course, where the sun's going to rise, or like the southeast this time of year. We've got this incredible little mountain range here, which may feature. To be honest, I'm thinking more at the minute, I don't know for sure, but when the sun starts coming up, you know, I'm thinking about them nice light rays that you get through the fog, through the cloud inversions. And I think that's just where I'm at with my photography. 100%, even a couple of years ago, I'd be thinking about wide shots here, you know. I think the only thing that is stopping me from thinking that way for the most part, to be fair, is it's just blue skies. So I'm thinking, is the sky really wanting to feature in any of these photographs this morning? I don't know. With that being said, I feel proper at peace. I know in the past I'd be in this situation panicking, running around, but maybe it's because there's no wind. It's proper still. I just feel so calm, and I am genuinely enjoying this experience. Look, this will probably all change when the sun starts coming up. But I'm going to get up to this lump now. I'm nearly here. See what the sunrise brings. So I'm just turning the camera on there. Get a look at that glow as I switch it on. Unreal. So let me darken that down a little bit so you can see the sun on your far left hand side. He's just come over the horizon now. See that? Absolutely stunning. So what I'm waiting for here really, I mean, it's going to be imminent, so I need to make sure I capture it. But I think I mentioned before, I'm going to be thinking about telephoto here. I don't necessarily want to shoot wide because it's so clear. Although, you know, that's not set in stone. The good thing about it being clear, of course, is that we're getting this sun coming up now. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm thinking I want to get quite close in. I'm going to look around, almost like my eyes are binoculars, and try and pick out certain sections of the landscape with the long lens of the 24-200 zoomed in. And I love how we've got loads of these trees that are peeking up out of the cloud inversion, you know. It's absolutely perfect. And that's what I'm going to try and make the most of. The window's going to be small. 10 minutes if I'm lucky, where we're going to get optimum light. In fact, it's looking like it's starting to shine through now. But that's exactly what I want, where them rays of light, fingers crossed anyway, going to shine through Oh my goodness. Some of these, I can't even talk. Some of these patches, these areas where the cloud inversion is. So, let's see what I can make of it. Just stunning, just stunning. Oh, honestly, this could, look, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I don't want to be over the top, but what's the month? It's December. Maybe my favourite shot of the year. 2021, this one. Don't know. Oh, the light's coming through it now. It's incredible. So, I've had to wait a little bit longer than I first thought I'd have to, just for the sun to come up above the distant fells a little bit more. I needed it slightly higher, just because I'm shooting down into quite a deep section of this valley, I suppose. So the light hasn't been hitting it until now. And I am getting, this never happens with photography, by the way, I'm getting exactly what I wanted, what I was thinking about before, where the rays of light are coming through this cloud inversion. Oh, it's madness. So this particular collection of trees that I've chosen, I think actually, this is pretty uncanny because I mentioned Nigel Danson earlier. I think he has taken a photograph of this area of trees before from memory years ago. I'm a really big fan of his work, and he's a wonderful photographer. I'll put a link to his video in the description, so, you know, thanks Nigel for the inspiration. But yeah, it's a superb little collection of trees. We've got a small little road running through it, you know, like a little single track road. The light's getting better and better as we move on, which is not usually the case at sunrise. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. And yeah, there's a house down there somewhere, as well as the road. It's just like a couple of little dustings, like sprinkles of edge to the photograph, just giving it a little bit of something, you know. And then yeah, just, it's the conditions, pure and simple. I wouldn't even look at this if it was just a normal, boring, clear day, you know. Probably if it was moody conditions, I wouldn't even look at this. It's all about the fog and the light that's shining through the fog. To me, honestly, I said this the other week, didn't I? When I was photographing that limestone pavement. This is the ultimate, the creme de la creme. These are pretty much the perfect conditions. Fog and direct light through the fog. I can't think of anything better. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else in the world. This is mental. What an absolute... If there was ever a time to say what a treat, top draw, living the dream, this is it. Yeah, potentially the favourite photograph this year. So I'm zoomed in at 200mm, ISO 64 f11, and 1/13 of a second. I'm going to grab this one. I've grabbed a few of them. And then I'm going to move a little bit further along this particular section of Loughrig Fell, so that I can get a bird's eye view of Loughrig Tarn. It's looking good on the back of the camera. I hope you like this one. What a treat. So as you can see, it's blinding me. It's got a little bit brighter now, but it's still so beautiful up here. You know what the good thing is actually this morning with regards to the cloud inversions is that there's no wind, so it's not being blown away. And of course we're in winter. Yes, all right, like I said, the light's got a little bit harsher, But honestly, that is still so beautiful and actually still very subtle, especially down in the areas where we've got this inversion. So I have come a little bit further down now. I'll try and show you, just so I can get, yeah, there she is, that little view there of Loughrig Tarn. And it's just going to be a completely different type of photograph, this. So I've got the 24 to 200 on. I've taken a couple of shots with the wide angle actually. You know, just trying to get that sunstar effect. Sunstar. But I don't know how they're going to turn out. I'll tell you what, I'll put them right at the end of the video, if they're any good, I suppose. But 24 to 200, but I'm wide. I'm shooting at what looks like about 30 mil. And this one's really simple. I just want to take a photograph that incorporates the tarn. Tarn's on the bottom left, and then over on the sort of top right of the frame, we've got what is the Old Man of Coniston and Swirl How. The only trouble I'm having, because everything's glorious, you know, the light, we've got the cloud inversion, the subjects are nice, it's just the sky, it's just blue, and it's not doing much for me. So I'm shooting it in like a 16:9 crop, bit more of a letterbox, just to crop down from the sky. You know, I could do it in post, but I like to do it here on location. And yeah, that's my way of dealing with it. If I don't like the sky, don't have it in the photograph very much. So we'll have to see how that one turns out. You know, it's not bad. Got a little bit of cloud lingering up there on the Old Man. But yeah, everything else about the photograph, I love. I really like. I think it's going to be nice and really different. You know, it goes without saying, really different from the last one. So we are ISO 64, f11 and 1/25th of a second. This inversion is going nowhere. Look, it's all still lingering down there in at the tarn. So might be time for a little bit of telephoto. I hope you like this wider shot anyway. You know what? To top it all off, where is it? The cough. I forgot I had it. I forgot I had my coffee. Probably understandably in this. What a treat. We're one of the best mornings of my life, if not the best. You know, I'm a photographer at the end of the day. This is what dreams are made of for me. Absolutely. You know what? It's just getting better. This particular cloud inversion where I've been photographing the whole morning around Loughrig Tarn, it's getting thicker, it's moving about. The light, for some reason, I don't understand, but the light is better now than what it was. Now, don't get me wrong, I know the light throughout winter, even during the day, is beautiful. Oh my word, like honestly, down in that little section where I've been photographing, where we've got the road swirling through. It gives me like this this feeling that I couldn't explain, and it's a mix of just, you know, enjoying it so much because it's beautiful to look at, that simple, but also this feeling, right, I'm going to relate this to something niche here, not a lot of people won't get this. It's a feeling that I can't explain because I love photography so much, right, and that I look at it and think, where's my camera, and what I'm going to relate it to, this is a bit of a generational thing, is a shiny Pokemon card. I remember the feeling as a child when I'd see a shiny, I'd hold one, my mate would have one, I'd see it, and it gives you a feeling of, oh, a shiny, you know. This is what these conditions do to me, guys. I'm talking about Pokemon. Madness. Anyway, I've taken a couple more shots. I cannot go home yet. I can't do it. It is superb, but at the same time, I can't just keep this video going on and on because I'll be here. It'll be a 2-hour-long video. What can I say? So thank you so much for joining me on this wonderful adventure this morning. I really appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Plenty more of this sort of thing with photography and chatting about Pokemon cards. Probably no more of that, but you know, yeah. And it also helps me out as well. As always, thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it. Also helps me out a lot. And yeah, I'll show you probably a couple, if not more, photographs here from this beautiful morning. My Prince sail I'm leaving on. Thank you to everybody that's purchased one of my prints. There's nothing better as a landscape photographer. It means the world. It really, really does, your support. So I'm going to leave the sail on for a little bit longer. Thank you so much. I'll put it in the video description below. And as always, I'll see yous on the next adventure. Out.